Once used as a refuge from the hot Arizona sun, Aaron Peterson's backyard pool in Rio Verde Foothills now serves as a backup water supply.
It holds 8,500 gallons, and I decided not to empty it so I could have extra water to flush the toilet if I need to.
Residents in this upscale desert neighborhood are now skipping showers and turning off the tap in a desperate scramble to conserve water, as they find themselves cut off from the main source of their supply.
We use between 4,000 and 5,000 gallons a month of water, and we have a GPS meter on our tank that reminds us that it's getting low.
The urgent shortage comes as the neighboring city of Scottsdale said it will no longer sell to commercial haulers who would fill up in the city and then deliver the much-needed water to residents in neighboring Rio Verde Foothills, an unincorporated area that has no water supply of its own. Peterson says he was blindsided.
We moved out here in 2018, and we had no information on a water problem when we moved into this area.
Scottsdale said it warned about the cuts back in 2015 and that it needs to save water for its own residents after years of severe drought have cut its own water supply from the Colorado River. The move has forced haulers to drive much farther to collect water from other sources, resulting in steep price increases for the people of Rio Verde Foothills who don't have their own wells. But Sarah Porter, the director of the Kyle Center for Water Policy at Arizona State University, says Scottsdale shouldn't take all the blame.
The city of Scottsdale doesn't have control over the growth in Rio Verde. It doesn't have much control over water demand in Rio Verde. And so the people coming to take water from Scottsdale through this water hauling process are, for the city of Scottsdale, kind of like a leak in the water system, that water is leaking out to Rio Verde when the city of Scottsdale needs to take steps to make sure that if there are additional cuts in Colorado River supplies, the city will have enough water to deliver to the people who are there now.
Porter says the real problem lies in the way Rio Verde Foothills was developed.
We do have really strong water supply rules in the state, and one of the most important rules is that no new subdivision, no new housing development of 6 or more homes can be built unless the developer shows that there's a 100-year supply of water to serve that home.
But developers were able to skirt those restrictions on a technicality by building subdivisions with 4 or 5 houses instead of 6, so no dedicated water source was required. Now, residents of the suburb are suing Scottsdale to restore access to city water. City officials declined a request for an interview due to pending litigation, but a statement on its website noted that Rio Verde Foothills is governed by Maricopa County, not Scottsdale, whose residents fund their own water infrastructure. Adding, quote, "The county and the state hold ultimate responsibility and authority over areas with unfettered growth that have limited to no long-term access to water."